Hello everyone, I'm making this video to tell you why I love EVE Online and why it is my favorite game. Notice I said love and not play. It's because I don't play EVE as much on average as my other games anymore. It is my most played game ever though, with over 2,000 hours. But anyways, one of the reasons I love the game is because I feel like I'm involved even when I'm not playing. I can read stories for hours on end about the stuff happening in the game. There have been books written about it. There have been comic books about the Mittani and other players who are idolized like characters from other games, such as like Master Chief or another protagonist in a very famous video game. Love how I just can't think of any right now. Another reason I love EVE is because of the community. That's the biggest one. I'm not going to make this a bullet point list. I changed my mind just now on that. The community in EVE is the biggest thing. Without that, the game is nothing. Absolutely nothing. It would be a boring, little, really basic space game. But with its community, it becomes a very interesting sandbox. One of the big things that EVE is focused on is the butterfly effect. The idea that any the idea that any small effect can and will have an outcome on the final whole. Any decision you make, no matter how small, will affect the greater outcome. In this video, I am capturing sites in Gallente space. Now, it doesn't seem like I'm doing much. You can see the bar move when I capture a site, and not much happens. But when the Caldari come to take this system, its resistance will have already been lowered. Not resistance, its capture thing, the bar at the top, will have already been pushed by me. A system I passed through at the end of this video, Nagamenon, is getting very close to being flipped in control. The control of the system, which I contributed to a little bit. Lots of people contributed to a little bit. One of those people is the turning point. One person who decided to show up, and if they wouldn't have showed up, nothing would happen. The big thing in null security space in EVE, you have these massive fleets. And of course, in the massive fleet, you don't feel individual, you feel like just part of that big blob doing what the FC says. But every single one of them is important. If one person is like, nah, I don't feel like doing this, they could be the difference between winning a fight, losing a system, getting kicked out of solid space and moving back to low sec because you're brave newbies. Or many other alliances, because alliances rise and fall all the time in EVE. It's another thing I love about it, is it's dynamic. And the null security space is controlled by players. I don't live there anymore because it was... I'm not really sure how to put it. It was kind of fun, but okay, I'll put it bluntly. Brave Newbies was getting their ass kicked and there wasn't any fun anymore. I wasn't going to get into a bigger alliance because I'm not as active as I'd like to be. But the old security space is still a very, very interesting thing because of the player-made governments and alliances that run it. Think about it. The alliances that you read these stories about in EVE are completely run by players. And they make these massive changes in this massive universe online. It is its own universe. And another thing I love is anyone can do it. Someone like me could, or anyone else, could go and start a corporation that starts small. As a joke, test alliance, please ignore. Famous Reddit joke. And then they could get if they get people, and people like them, they'll grow. And as they grow, they'll gain power. It could happen to any corporation with the right attitude, at least. And this game is pretty old. I believe 12 years at this point. EVE Online has been around for a very long time, and it's been through some good days, and it's been through some dark days. But there's still people here loving this game, because the devs and everyone put in so much to make it what it is. It's not for everyone. If I had to compare EVE Online to real life, I would say the difference between EVE Online and your average game is an EVE Online, or an average game, it's going to hold your hand and teach you how to play the game. In EVE Online, it's going to kick your ass, and you're going to die, and you're going to absolutely hate it, because everyone is an asshole. Just like real life. And don't know how much more I should say. Right now I have my EVE launcher window open, and there's only 17,000 people online right now. So I would love if more people would play this game, but it isn't for everyone, like I said. And the devs put in so much time to this game recently. They've changed a lot to make it better. There's big events happening with the drifters and all of that lore, where Empress Jamil has died. She was a main character in one of the EVE Online books, and now she's dead in the EVE universe. And there's plenty of player-captured video of when it happened, because it was a live event the players were involved in. And that is another great thing about EVE. Everything the players are involved in. Check out the burning of Jita, no, Burnhamar. Fuck, I forget which it was. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. But they shot a statue. I think it was Burn Jita. They shot a statue, and CCP actually changed the model of the statue to a destroyed statue, and made it they changed the model to a destroyed statue, and they made the description in the statue something about how it was destroyed by players in protest of events, which is amazing. And they responded. They fixed their problem, and people loved it. Of course, they have many problems to fix in this game. There are some people that take it way too far. They get very passionate, so to say, and become assholes about it. But they try. The devs, that is. They try. And the people try to make it better. And by people, I mean the players. So that's why I love EVE. It might not be my most played game anymore, but it's still the game I watch the most and care the most about. Because even though I might not be a big member of the community, I'm still part of it. And it is an amazing community. Thank you for watching this. If you'd like to get into EVE, I will have a link to a free trial in the description. And please try it if you want. But don't feel bad if you don't enjoy it, because it is a brutal game that is not for everyone. Thank you, have a nice day, and if you don't like EVE, I hope you can find a game that you do enjoy. Give me suggestions on another video I should do, maybe another type of game. Have a nice day. Enjoy the rest of YouTube.